Hello and welcome back. In the last lesson, we added the ability to create new to-dos from the browser, which is the user interface. Okay? But what was happening there? Like when we submitted the form, how did it get submitted? How did it get submitted and how did it show up in the create action? And how did we know to have the top level key as listing and then whitelisting description? How did it get passed in? Okay, so in this lesson, we're gonna go through that a little bit. It got passed in through what's called the params hash. Okay, so whenever you submit it, the information comes over to the create action in a hash format. Okay, and we need to explore what that format is. So here, to do that, I'm going to use the pry gem. Okay, so first thing we have to do is we have to install this gem. So go to your gem file, this file, it's called the gem file. And over here, right below, anywhere, just type in gem and then pry. Okay, and then save the file. And then over here, type in bundle install. Okay, now installing pry 0.10.1. Okay, great. So we have the pry gem installed now. So in the listings controller, if you go over here in the create action, if I type in binding.pry, okay, and then save that. One thing I have to do, if you have the server running already, you have to exit out of the server, because we updated the gem file and the dependencies got updated. So we're going to have to restart the Rails server again. Okay, it's running. So let's go over here. I want to go to the new action. Now here, description, if I say hello world and click on submit to do at this point, the binding pry, the pry gem is going to stop this or pause the server from executing at this point. Okay, if I go back here and if I go to the server, you see how it's showing this as paused. We're in the pry gem right now. So type in params over here and notice how it gives you all of these keys and what the descriptions are. So we have the listing that's being passed in, and we see that the description is hello world, okay? And then we have the action that's create and the controller that's listings. So all of this information is getting passed in when we submit the new template, okay? So this is how we're actually mass assigning and creating the description and adding it to the database. From here, that's being passed in, we are first whitelisting description, which is here being passed in, which is hello world, and then using the top level key of listing, which is here. Okay, so we're saying, you know, allow this description to be passed in, and then we're also this is specifying that the action would be create right here, and then the controller is listings, which is the listings controller. So that is the detail, okay? That's the detail of how the information is coming in and getting assigned. All right, so now if I just type in Control D over here, that lets the action go through. And if I go back here, you see hello world got added. Okay, so that's a brief look at how the params hash works and it's passed in. I'll see you in the next lesson.